Today we're going to tell you about some of the really great free things that San Diego has to offer.
We did this video a few years back, and I feel like we need an updated version of this one.
Yeah, a lot of people watched that video.
And that was a very popular one, so we're going to bring it back for round 2.
That's right.
All right, so what's the first one on our list?
Obviously, going to the beach. It can be a free activity. I know some people will say you do have to pay for parking at some of the beaches, state beaches, but city beaches, free parking, street parking. We have La Jolla is lovely, Del Mar is lovely.
Encinitas. Moonlight Beach. Great.
A lot of great free beaches where you can go and just enjoy.
Yeah, that's an obvious one. We're not gonna get too much into that because you come to San Diego for the beaches.
Yeah.
So next on our list is the amazing hiking and biking trails we have here throughout San Diego.
Yeah, Torrey Pines has beautiful hiking trails. I know there are some paid parking lots at Torrey Pines if you want to bypass some of the elevation. If you don't want to climb all the way up to the top to get to the hiking trails, you can drive and pay to park. It's quite a hike. But if you want the free experience, you park at the bottom and you walk all the way up to get to the hiking trails.
Yeah, and there's lots of other hiking trails throughout San Diego. Yeah. We have like Potato Chip Rock, we have Cowles Mountain, we have PQ Waterfall Hike we have over close by here.
Great, and that's kid friendly. That's like pretty flat,
easy to get to.
Maybe 1.5 miles to get to the waterfall, and then you can like swim in that water.
Yeah, have you done that?
I've put my feet in. I've put my feet in. I wasn't equipped with like a bathing suit when I got there, but some people are.
And when you hear waterfall, don't expect this huge rushing waterfall. It's more of a gentle stream that goes down a few rocks, that sort of thing. Nice. But it's a cool spot.
Of course, we can't talk about San Diego without talking about Balboa Park.
Have we ever talked about Balboa Park?
I
don't think so.
Okay. Hey guys, do you know about Balboa Park? It's actually larger than Central Park in New York City, which I didn't always know. But
I think it's almost 2 times the size of,
I love that little
Central Park.
It's just a great place to go. There are paid activities there, but you can do a ton for free. Just walk around once a month. Yep. There are free days, free admission at some of the museums there, so you can enjoy the History Museum, the Fleet Science Center. There's a museum of photography. There's the Art Museum. There's tons to see there. There's a beautiful Japanese friendship garden. You can just walk around and enjoy the architecture, the beautiful koi pond. It's just a great place to be. It's a San Diego staple.
Exactly, especially at the holidays too, like Christmas time in particular. They do a December Nights, which is free to enter. Obviously you have to pay for food and that sort of thing. They also do a free tree lighting ceremony there when the Grinch comes out. Very cool experience if you've never done that. You do have to get tickets for it, but it is free tickets as long as you sign up quickly.
It's hard for me to really be in the winter mind frame right now because we're filming this in a heat wave in the summer.
Yes.
But you're right. There's so many great holiday events, winter events that they have at Balboa Park too.
Okay, next one on our list is one of my favorite spots to go visit and just walk around is Old Town San Diego, which is one of the cooler spots here. Obviously, it's one of our older towns here in San Diego, but it's a super cool place to check out. There's lots of restaurants there. You can obviously have to purchase food there, but just to kind of people watch and walk around.
Right.
Some very cool, some of the oldest buildings here in San Diego.
And you get a neat vibe. It feels very culturally like there's a lot of like Mexican goods. We are 45 minutes, 40 minutes.
It almost feels like a small Mexican town.
It does. So that is a really cool place to go and just get the sort of feel for like the Mexican culture that San Diego has.
Yep.
Which there's a lot of.
It's also home to the Whaley House, which is one of the most haunted places in San Diego, which I always like to bring up.
So go watch our most haunted in San Diego.
I really like that video. You should check that one out.
I love that video too.
Our next spot on our list is just another place that's really fun to just walk around and kind of enjoy San Diego is Seaport Village, which is super cool. There, it's actually going under a little bit of a renaissance transition period as they're trying to update it and become more, because over the years it probably kind of got a little touristy, a little beaten down, kind of just needs a little refresh. So they're in the process of redoing that whole area. But it's super cool. It's right on the harbor there. It's right next to the USS Midway, the sailor statue down there.
Right.
So it's a super cool place, especially if you have people in town visiting. Definitely check out Seaport Village because there's a big open grass area. Kids can run around a little bit. You can grab a coffee, grab ice cream.
It's a great view. It's a great place to watch the sunset. You can see the Coronado Bridge. You can see all of the naval yards, really, all of the really cool ships that come in, the really big ships, the Navy helicopters. There's always a lot of activity to watch there.
There's some really good restaurants there to enjoy sunset there too.
Yeah.
So there's
some new one,
Malibu Farm, I think it's just called.
Malibu Farm.
And there's we actually were just down there recently, went to Mike Hess Brewing, which has a beautiful little sunset view over there. So really cool place to check out.
Place you like.
Spill the Beans. Yeah, which I think they're spreading throughout San Diego. I think there's like 2 more ones that just opened for that.
Now we just mentioned 3 things that cost money.
Yes, sorry guys. That's a different video.
Sorry, we got carried away. How about for a free activity, we have Sunset Cliffs. I think Sunset Cliffs in Point Loma is beautiful. That's the Sunset Cliffs, is it Natural Park?
I think Natural Park.
Yeah. So it's a little different than going to the beach because we've already mentioned the beach is a free activity. It's a little bit different. You are up on the cliff. You have a gorgeous sunset view. It's really, really beautiful. If you wanted to take a picnic or just go and propose to somebody, it's a perfect place for that.
It's really quite remarkable, the view over there. But if you try to go at sunset, just know it gets packed for about an hour and then it clears up pretty quickly.
Yeah.
If you go during the day, it's actually very easy to get a parking spot. But if you go on a weekend or a weekend night, it gets very, very packed. And just know last year someone fell in some kind of hole over by Sunset Cliffs and he was stuck in there for 3 days.
Oh my God.
So just watch your step when you're walking around Sunset Cliffs. Enjoy the view. But just be mindful that it can get a little crazy. They also have that open ceiling sea cave over there at Sunset Cliffs, which I tried to do one time, but you can only get to it at a very low tide.
Yes,
it's got to be a negative
not brave enough.
2 tide, and I was not brave enough.
Just too scared
one day I will do that on our Hidden Gems video part 2 coming soon.
So just to riff off the view at Sunset Cliffs, you can also go someplace it's a little less crowded, I would say, the Mount Soledad National Veterans Memorial, which is in La Jolla. You just climb your car all the way up the top there, and then you have those gorgeous 360-degree views all the way down to Mexico, all the way up the coast.
Ideally on a clear day.
On a clear day, and everywhere in between. It's just a beautiful place to go. Also to honor our, different branches of the military. It is free. You have an amazing view. You could also have a picnic there if you wanted to. That's just a gorgeous free spot to go.
Yeah, San Diego is very hilly in general. There's lots of cliffs, so you get some really amazing views. And if you want to see our favorite views, check out our best view video we have right above here.
We did make that.
That was a fun video.
Yeah, that was.
I like that one.
We caught it on a really good day.
That was a beautiful day for it, for sure. Okay, up next we have the Spruce Street Suspension Bridge. That's actually kind of hard to say. This is over in downtown San Diego, which is kind of a unique spot because it's this bridge that kind of connects 2 neighborhoods over in that area and on Spruce Street, obviously. But it kind of feels like Indiana Jones, quite frankly, because it's quite a drop below there, and the bridge is basically just swaying back and forth. So it's very unique to San Diego. If you go with kids, just be careful because I did it by myself, and I was actually
a little nervous.
a little fear of heights. So we did that on our Hidden Gems video, which you can see up here. But it's another very unique experience here in San Diego to check out.
Right, so free,
and it's free.
Not for the faint of heart.
Not for the faint of heart if you are afraid.
Or the fear of heights. Yeah.
Because if there's a good breeze coming through there, the bridge shakes pretty good. Cool. FYI.
Liberty Station is a great place to go for free activities. They do some special events there.
All year round.
All year round, right. They do an art walk, which is the first Friday of the month, I believe, where they have all of their art galleries and their artisans with their doors open. You can walk through all the art galleries. You don't have to pay to go in and see any of that stuff. They have sort of like a street market-y type vibe. Obviously, it's a really cool place just to walk around. Kids love it.
Yeah, it's a great just people watching.
Yeah.
It's just a great people watching spot, which is kind of like Seaport Village.
Right.
You don't really have to go down there and spend money, but it's just a nice place to walk around and enjoy sunsets or, just walk around with your family. Really good place to check out.
This one is kind of summer specific. They do free concerts in the park all through the summer at a lot of different parks that we have here. There's always kind of something like that going on.
Yeah.
Even Del Mar Powerhouse Park, they do free concerts in Scripps Ranch, Mission Hills. You just get on the Parks Department website and see what kind of free events they have.
I feel like there's hundreds of them throughout this summer.
They do the concerts in the park, then they also do movies in the park, which was going to be my next free event to tell you guys about. And I'd say like every neighborhood park does some kind of free movie in the park.
At least once in the summer.
Yes. Yeah. They are always kids movies. I kind of wish they would do like
Jaws.
Like Jaws. They play Jaws at Powerhouse Park in Del Mar. How fun would that be?
I always wanted to watch Jaws on the water somewhere.
That might be great. That might not be good.
Yeah, I want to watch Jaws from the water. Maybe a pool, but from the water.
Yeah, from the water. Yeah.
So I know there's no sharks in there.
Yeah, so movies and concerts, those are great free events and run all summer long. And movies in the park. We also put on a free movie in the park, and not in the summer. So
no, it's actually right around Halloween, just before Halloween, actually. We put on our annual movie night in the park, which we're still deciding on the movie now. It's either Inside Out 2 or If. So if you guys have any preference, please let us know.
Or Jaws.
So this will be what, our fourth time doing it?
Yeah, this is our
fourth annual movie night in the park. So hopefully you guys can come out and join us, and we'll send out more information in the near future.
Yeah.
Okay, one more thing I wanted to talk about is the Bayside Embarcadero area, kind of the harbor down there. There's the Rady Shell. So the Rady Shell is definitely not free, but there are areas you can walk around the Rady Shell and enjoy some of the sounds of music and concerts and symphonies that they have throughout the year. Because you can walk right next to the Rady Shell and pretty much hear the entire concert.
Yes.
I'm not encouraging this in any ways, but if you so happen to be down there during a concert, you could probably get a little bit of a free show.
Kind of sit down and take a listen. And it's not like when you go to Humphreys by the Bay and you have to actually pull up on your canoe to listen to a free concert. This, you can just catch it just by just sort of walking by.
But if you have the opportunity to buy tickets to Radio Show, it's a fantastic venue and I highly recommend it. Although this is free stuff,
So the San Diego Audubon Society does, if you go to their website, you can actually see they lead free nature hikes. They do free birding activities, birding, which is like bird watching, but you go as a group. You might even have...
Do they call it birding?
Yeah, birding. And they do it at like the Torrey Pines State Park Preserve there. They do it in the PQ Preserve. I mean, all up and down the coast here and inland. And they even have some of them led by actual like ornithologists, which are
I knew that.
People who study birds.
So you thought I didn't know that.
I mean, so if you are someone who is a bird enthusiast, it's really nice free activities that are led by the San Diego Audubon Society. So just go to their website and you can see all the stuff that they offer for free. That just rhymed.
I didn't know that, so I
made a little rhyme.
Talk about that one.
You want to hear all about birding.
She loves birding. So.
I just love birding. The San Diego is a great place for birding.
There's lots of birds.
Yeah.
Next one on the list is actually one I've not experienced yet, but we have a friend that lives down there and he said it's awesome. It's called the South Park Walkabout. So if you're familiar with the neighborhood of South Park, which is just next to Balboa Park, they used to do it every month, but I feel like during COVID, they actually shut it down. Now they bring it back quarterly. So this is when they shut down the streets around South Park. All the businesses kind of closed out, or actually open up their doors. People have drinks on the street, and you kind of just walking up and down the street. They have live music. It's a very cool event to check out, which is definitely on my bucket list of things to do here in San Diego, which I have not checked it out. So if you guys have experienced it, please let us know what's so great about it.
I got really excited about splash pads.
She loves splash pads.
If you have kids, or if you're an adult who's a kid at heart, I guess, and you're looking for a way to cool down in the summer, there are lots of free splash pads. Maybe not all entirely.
The majority
free.
of them
of them are free. Something like 38 splash pads in San Diego County, which is pretty incredible. Yeah. I wish I had known that there were so many when my kids were little and I was looking for activities like that in the summer to keep everybody cool without maybe going to a pool, and having to
going in the ocean or something.
Swimming. Yeah. I will mention, obviously, Waterfront Park downtown is pretty incredible. They have free, but it is under construction right now. So just be aware that if you are watching this currently in 2024, you might want to check and make sure that Waterfront Park is open before you go down there. But they've got an incredible playground and you are right on the water there. It's in front of what is the ship that it's right in front of?
Star of India?
Star of India is right there. That's right. Nice. Good pull, Bern.
I was full of information.
Yeah, you are. And again, so that's sort of like fancy downtown splash pad, but there's tons of other ones, 38 to be exact.
No matter where you are in San Diego County, you're probably not too far from a splash pad.
Yes. In the same sort of vein as a splash pad, almost, not really, but an outdoor sort of, athletic activity that you could do are the skate parks and pump tracks and bike tracks that we have here in San Diego, which is really impressive.
There's actually a lot of them
so many that are, and they're free.
Yeah.
So whether skateboarding's your thing or biking is your thing, we have so many to choose from. And there's actually a new one that just opened in San Marcos called Bradley Park, which has like the big dirt jumps for bikes.
That actually looks really fun.
It looks really cool.
I'm pretty sure they won't let me go on it, but
no.
3.4 acres, so it's a huge bike park.
So it's really large. Of course, they had space in San Marcos. I love that. It's got varying levels of difficulty. So if you're a beginner, they have some of the smaller jumps, and then if you're like really, really experienced, they have bigger jumps as well. So that seems to be something that is trending here in San Diego, because I've also read that Carlsbad is in the works of putting together a large bike pump track or jump track at their Veteran Memorial Park, as well as Escondido.
Yeah.
It's in the works to have a big bike track there too.
It seems to be very popular and it seems to be growing each and every year.
Yes, that's right. And free, so I love it. So as long as you have a bike, you could do it.
San Diego is very expensive, so it was nice to have a lot of free options here, for sure.
Activities, yeah. Last but not least, something that I wanted to mention that I just thought of when we were trying to think of some new free activities for you guys to do is volunteering. There are so many great places to volunteer in San Diego, either by yourself, as a couple, as a family. We have really wonderful opportunities where you can volunteer your time. It is a free for you activity, but you're also giving back to our great city at the same time. So we've got Feeding San Diego, which is a food bank here. You do have to register, sign up online. And I do think that there's an age limit, but I think it's pretty young, maybe 6 or 7 years old. And you go and they obviously have tons of jobs.
Yeah, they can always use volunteers.
They can always use volunteers. Then also the Surfrider organization does beach cleanups almost every weekend. And that is a cool one because it doesn't take any pre-registration. You literally show up, you find their tent, go to their website, see what beaches they'll be at. It's usually Saturday cleanups. You can go, you just sign in, and then you help clean up the beach.
Yeah.
So you got a beautiful view and you're volunteering your time. Father Joe's Village downtown, they also do a lot of, homeless outreach, and that's a great way to give back.
Important organizations we have here in San Diego. So, and they could greatly use all of our help. So definitely look into that if you're interested. So that was our list of free things to do here in San Diego. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. And if this is your first time to our channel, please subscribe to our channel as we post new videos each and every week.
That's right.
And if you're ever looking to buy or sell here in San Diego, also love to help you out. Thanks for watching.
We're real estate agents too. We have to mention that.
So we gotta pay the bills somehow. Thanks for watching and catch us next time.
Bye.